Hey guys, it's that time of year again, time for our unfiltered look into the state of Clash Royale. We've been doing one of these deep dives annually, and let's be honest, the game always has something to talk about. Today we're going to be covering the good, the bad, and the ugly of Clash Royale over the past 12 months. It's been a wild ride, some serious highs, some very serious lows, and some decisions that will make you wonder if Supercell's trying to speedrun the downfall of their own game. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. There's actually been some changes that have given the game some much needed life. So let's dive into it. Wait, actually use code FULLTILT right now. Just do it, please, just do it. Let's kick things off with the positive stuff, because believe it or not, Clash Royale did a few things right this year. And I mean, genuinely good stuff, not just good compared to how bad things were before. For the first good change, we have the Trophy Road rework. Remember when the Trophy Road used to cap at 9,000 trophies? The players were awful, the rewards were trash, and there was no reason to play once you hit 9k. Now you can go past 9k, and it's made it somewhat actually worth playing again. Not only are the rewards actually decent now, but the matchmaking above 9k is slightly better. You're actually facing an occasional decent player instead of 95% of the time people just spamming Mega Knights and E-Barbs at the bridge. On top of this, shortening the path to Ultimate Champion is super nice. Those first couple of games every single season where you just stomp on someone in Challenger 1 and Challenger 2 felt kind of ridiculous, and it kind of made me feel bad sometimes. The Trophy Road changes were long overdue, and now that it's here, I can honestly say it's one of the better changes that Supercell has made in a long time. Another great thing is that Clash Royale is absolutely everywhere right now. I'm talking about the community carrying this game on its back. Over the past 3 to 6 months, there's been this wild resurgence in hype. Everyone is making memes showing off decks, and it's actually fun to scroll through and watch videos again. Even better, it looks like Supercell noticed this momentum around the game, which is very nice. They just gave out a bunch of free evolutions, which is not very common from Supercell, but it's basically the only way that new players would be able to survive. It's kind of refreshing to see that Supercell is investing in the community instead of just treating us like walking wallets. Don't get me wrong here, guys. We're going to talk about the progression nerfs from earlier this year later, but at least lately it seems like they're trying to turn some things around. The next good thing, in my opinion, has been merge tactics. Do I think this mode is fun at all?
Absolutely not.
But do I respect the hell out of Supercell for trying something new like this? Absolutely. Merge tactics is dead. Shut up. Merge tactics might not be a polished mode, but it shows that they're willing to experiment. The experimentation is something that we've been asking for forever. Even though merge tactics needs some major balancing help, it's still a step in the right direction. If they fix the balancing issues and add rewards that would help you out in the main game, like elite wildcards or evolution shards, without stealing rewards from other areas, it would still be a great addition to the game, and I can see it actually working out long term. Also, can we please get back competitive 2v2 permanently? 2v2 is huge for Clash Royale. I really don't care if the numbers were down for the mode. A large chunk of players I know literally only play the game for 2v2, and I don't think that's uncommon. It is a way more chill way to play the game, and it's perfect for casual players or friends who just downloaded the game. Another smaller good change was the play again button. I've been begging for this for years, and now that it's here, it's absolutely amazing. It was stupid having to go back to the main menu every single game, and even though it's a small change, I absolutely love it. Also, I don't know if the play again button is causing all these deck switch glitches right now, but if it is, Supercell, please do not be lazy and just remove the button. Fix the bug. Now that we've talked about some of the good things that have happened over the past year, let's get into some of the bad stuff. Let's talk about evolution. Supercell has kind of gotten better at not making them absolutely broken on release, but let's not pretend it doesn't happen every other month. I guess that's better than what it used to be when the evolutions were first released. Remember the Evo Firecracker and the Evo Royal Giant? That was just stupid. But I guess we have the Vine spell now, so has it really gotten any better? I don't know. But then again, I cried multiple times when I played against those first Evos, so yeah. Things have kind of toned down a little bit, and when mistakes are being made, emergency nerfs seem to be coming somewhat quicker, but we still get new evolutions that are just clearly cash grabs. Which evolution on release? Broken. Furnace evolution on release?
Even more broken.
Don't get me wrong, I understand that this is a strategy to sell more evolutions. I'm not even mad at the business model anymore, to be completely honest with you. We're all used to it by now, and if you are new, well, you better get used to it soon. But can we at least try to make these cards a little less stupid on launch? If I'm being completely honest though, if emergency nerfs come quickly, I can live with this. But if I have to deal with the broken evolution cycle deck for months at a time, I am going to explode. Another bad thing that has kind of flown under the radar is that challenges and tournaments are basically gone. Even though it says that the challenges tab is under construction, I really don't trust that. I used to rely on grand challenges for content and testing decks, but now there's end time on the challenges and the rewards are just garbage. Like, what the hell, Supercell? Who asked for this change? I don't know if it's because of a rework and progression, or if Supercell is just moving away from challenges entirely, but whatever it is, it sucks. We need challenges back, and we need the tournaments back immediately. On to the ugly section. I bet you all know exactly what I'm going to be talking about here. I'm not going to be dramatic when I'm going to say this, but gutting the Clash Royale and nuking the season shop was one of the worst changes in the history of Clash Royale. I'm not just talking about this year either though. I'm talking about of all time. This is one of the worst changes. Before these changes, the Clash Royale felt fair. You paid a few bucks every season and you got some value. You progressed much faster, but it wasn't an immediate boost to a maxed account. It still took many months to make good progress. On top of this, free-to-play players still got something through the season shop. Progression was obviously slower than people that were paying, but it was still possible to progress. Supercell saw this and said screw everybody and took a flamethrower to the season shop and a sledgehammer to the pass. This isn't even mentioning the change to the odds on lucky drops, which was absolutely horrendous too. I don't care if they gave too much value. I want my OG lucky drop odds back. Now we've got a progression system that's 50% slower than what it was, unless you're shelling out a crap ton of money. I'm not saying you can't max out a deck anymore, because you definitely can, but it has become 70,000 times more difficult to max out more than one deck, especially without a credit card. When these changes hit, I genuinely thought that the game was completely over. Like, I sat there and thought to myself that Supercell finally did. Luckily, some new content creators pulled people back into the game, but let's not pretend that this isn't a giant issue that is still in the game today. Hopefully some improvements will be made to progression, but to be completely real with you, I really doubt it. Clash Royale had some really low lows this year, but also some very high highs. The Trophy Road rework, the community revival, and the addition of merge tactics show that the game can actually evolve, but the nerfing to progression kind of held this year back from what it could have been. With this being said, I am very optimistic about the upcoming year, and I think that it could easily be one of the best years in the history of Clash Royale.